So hello and welcome to this video. Now this video is the second part of my tic-tac-toe series. Alright, so let's begin. So now we'll be defining a function that takes a board list object, a marker and a position number which is ranging from 1 to 9, and later when the function is declared, or you can say if the function is executed, then the marker will be assigned a position in our board according to the index value, or you can say according to the position number given by the user. All right, so let us complete this function. So I have defined a function whose name is place marker, which contains three attributes, that is board, marker and position. All right, and I would say that board at that position is equals marker. So let's check that if this function is working correctly or not by uncommenting this code snippet. So I have have my test board, and which is like a list of strings having the symbols like XOXO, and I have called this function over here. So place marker. So instead of in place of this board parameter, I am using this test board because test board is my parameter over here. And marker, this symbol, so I'll be choosing another symbol for testing if this function is working correctly or not, and I'll be changing the index value at 8. all right, so let me just first of all comment this code snippet and initially run this program. So you can see we got our the first game board that we have designed in our previous video. So if I would just uncomment this code snippet and again run this program by pressing Ctrl Shift and F10, you can see we got a modified board. We've got a modified game board in which the index value, the marker in place of the index value, marker at the index value 8 is changed from O to a dollar sign. All right, so we can say that this function is working correctly. All right, so now let us comment this code snippet. So let us jump into function 4, which says that takes in a board as a parameter and a marker. All right, and then checks to see if that marker or player has won the game or not. Okay, so what we'll do that will be the function will be returning a boolean value. Okay, simply I will say the function will be returning a boolean value. So I'll be saying that return board. So I'll be writing this code as per as your numpad. All right, so corresponding to a numpad in your keyboard. So as your numpad is in 789 in a row and 741 in a column and 753 and 951 in two diagonals. All right, so we will be checking all the following matches according to our board and mark. All right, so board at index value 7 is equals board at index value 8 is equals board at index value 9, which will equal to mark. So if the above condition is satisfied, then the corresponding player will be winning the game. All right, or similarly we can say board. So let me just copy the statement copy the line over here, so I don't have to write this repeated times. All right, so now I have to change all these position values, so index values. So this will be 4, this will be 5, this will be 6, this will be 3, this will be correspondingly 2, this will be 1. all right, and here will be these three statements, or you can say these three condition is for checking all the rows. All right, so from now let me just write a comment over here. So for all columns. All right, so and this is for all rows. All right, so columns we have as I've said, the 7 will be equals 4. So as 741 is in a column in a numpad, so according to a numpad I am writing this piece of code. So 741, and then it will be similarly 852. all right, 8, 5 and 2 and so on. So let me just change this index value of all the board list objects. It will be 6, it will be 9. So let us check for all the diagonals from here. Diagonals 7, 5 and 3, and let's say 9, 5 and 1. So if any of the condition is satisfied, alright, so if any of the condition in my return statement is satisfied, then the corresponding player will win the tic-tac-toe game. Alright, so let us check this, check if this function is working correctly or not. So I have written a print statement over here. So print check with two parameters like testboard, and I have given a marker x. So let us see that if what will be the boolean value. If it's true, then x has won, and if it is false, then the other symbol, that is O, has won the game. Alright, so let us just run this program. So you can say it's saying that true for x, that means x has won the game. Alright, so here you can see that x has won the game in both the diagonal ways. Alright, diagonally both the ways x has won the game. So let us comment this code snippet. This was only for like testing if the function is working correctly or not. So let us go to function 5, which is saying that which will be using a random module to randomly decide which player will go first, and the function will return a string in which player went first. All right. Oh, okay. So the function will be returning a name of the player, that is player 1 or player 2. So let us import the random module at first. Okay, so import the random module. So import random in order to use the random module over here. Then I would say that selection equals random dot rand int. Okay, so rand int is like used to give a random integer within a given range. So 0 and 1 is the given range. And then I would say that if selection is equals 0, then return player 1, otherwise return player 2. Okay, so this was our choose first function, which is the function 5. And let us go to the function 6, which is saying that which will return a boolean indicating whether space on the board is available or not. So if you like want me to like repeat the function 5, so let me repeat the function 5. What the function 5 will do? So I have used a random module. Okay, so randint is like a function inside the random module. It's just like a function. So what does this randint does? Like it will be giving a random integer within the given range. So my given range is 0 and 1. And further I have given a condition that if selection is equals 0, then player 1 will go first, and or else player 2 will be going first. So if the selection is 1, so player 2 will be going first. Alright. So let us come to function 6, which is saying that it will return a boolean indicating whether a space on the board is available or not. Quite simple. Just say that return board at that position is equals empty string or not. So if the board at that position is an empty string, then it will return a truth value, like I would say it will return true to my console. If not, false. Alright, so this is like this was about the space check function. Let us go to the function 7, which is saying that checks if the board is full and then return a boolean value. Okay, so we'll be using the function 6 inside of a function 7. So let me show you how to do this. So I'll be passing only one parameter, that is board. So I have defined a function whose name is check if board is full or not. Alright, so check if board is full with one parameter as board, and I will be saying that for I in range 1 to 10. So why I have written 1 to 10? Because the range function, what the range function does, like it includes 1, but it excludes the last value. That means if I would say 1 to 10, that means my range is 1 to 9. Okay, excluding 10, all the given numbers are in my range. Okay, so I would say for I in range 1 to 10, if space check board and I. Alright, so I have passed two parameters over here inside my space check. So I have recalled the function function 6, which is a space check function over in function 7. So if space check board I, that is, it will return a false, because if I would say that if the board is not full, it will return a false, and if the board is full, it will return a true value. All right. Okay. So it will return the Boolean value as true. All right. So this was our function 7. Okay. Now coming to function 8, that is saying that it will ask for a player's next position as number 1 to 9. So the range is 1 to 9, and then uses the function 6. Okay. So the function 6 is a space check function in order to check if there's a free position, and if there's a free position exists, then it will return the position for later use. All right. So now what I will do over here, I have defined a function whose name is player choice. Okay. So player choice have also one parameter, that is board. So let me just pass the parameter as board, and then I would say that initially I will declare a variable named as position, which values whose value is equals 0. At first I would say initially the value of position is equals 0. Then I'll be using a while loop over here. So while not, let's say while position not in this given range, that is 1 to 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, or not space check board. All right, board and position. All right, so space check needs two parameters, so board and position. Then I would say that position equals int input. So I'll be asking the player to choose a position. I'll say choose a position from 1 to 9, which will be used later, and it will be simply returning the position. Okay, so this was a function 8. So use the function 6. So we use the function 6 over here, that is the space check function. All right. So using the function 6, we have completed the function 8. So let us jump into function 9. So which is saying that the function 9 will ask the player if they want to play again, and if they want to play the function will return a Boolean value. Okay, easy one. So if I would say that define a function, I have already defined a function named as replay. So inside replay I would say that choice is equals input do you want to play again. So I'll be asking the player, do you want to play again, with a question mark, and I would say yes or no, and I'll be using dot upper. That means it will be converting, like it will be returning a copy of string. So this is like a string in my input. So do you want to play again, yes or no, is inside a string, inside my single quote, so it's a string. So dot upper will be returning a copy of string in all your, like it is saying that it returns a copy of the string converted to uppercase. All right. So it will be quite like you would say quite comfortable for the player to, like if it's saying that if is like entering all the letters in a lower case, so it will be automatically converted into a uppercase. All right. So then I will say that simply return choice. All right. So in this video, what we did particularly that we defined several functions that I think we defined six functions. Okay. So I would recommend to watch this full video, because this video is like in this video I have included all the functions in which which will be helpful for building a fully functional tic-tac-toe game. All right. So this was all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.